Hey everyone, and welcome back. Okay, today we are taking an incredible virtual trip straight to Nagasaki, Japan. We are completely bypassing those usual crowded tourist traps, and instead, we're diving deep into the local culinary scene to check out a truly authentic neighborhood ramen joint. I'm going to be your guide for this delicious explainer, so grab a snack because you're going to get hungry, and let's get started. So here's the big question for all you foodies out there. Are you looking for the absolute ultimate local ramen experience in Nagasaki? Look, the big tourist spots are great and all, but nothing, and I mean nothing, beats eating exactly where the locals eat. That is where the real magic happens, guys. And Nagasaki, it has some amazing hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. To actually find these gems, we're turning to our main source for today's explainer, inspired by local creator Noguchi Takeshi. Takeshi is literally a Google local guide level 10, and his entire mission in life is just to hype up Nagasaki by sharing the absolute best local food and travel spots. Basically, he is out there doing all the heavy lifting and ground research so we don't have to. Right, so Takeshi's destination today is Ramen Isshintei, which is tucked away in the Kamitomachi area of Nagasaki City. And this isn't just any random ramen joint. It's a super beloved local sister shop to another massive Nagasaki favorite called Maruyoshi. The crazy thing is, Takeshi actually hasn't been back here in about 10 years, so we really get to tag along for his highly anticipated return. Now, if you want a smooth experience, timing is absolutely everything. Takeshi shares this brilliant local pro tip with us. Step 1, do not go during the 1 p.m. lunch rush because it gets completely packed. Just avoid it. Step 2, use that time to, run some errands, explore a bit. Then step 3, roll up right at 2 p.m. Takeshi did exactly this, and it meant he got easy parking and literally just walked right in without a single wait. Once you actually step inside, the vibe is just fantastic. It has this incredibly welcoming Showa-era retro Chinese diner atmosphere. It just feels so nostalgic and comfortable. Plus, the service is lightning fast and the staff are super approachable. And get this, even at 2 p.m., customers were constantly flowing in. But because they turn those tables over so quickly, the energy in the room stays really high. Okay, but before you sit down, you have to navigate a true staple of Japanese ramen culture. I'm talking about the ticket machine, or kenbabai. You basically select and pay for your meal right at the entrance, and then hand your little ticket to the staff. But here is Takeshi's big piece of advice for us. Check the menu online or on Google Maps before you arrive. Seriously, the options on these machines can be totally overwhelming if you aren't prepared for it. And speaking of the menu, these prices are absolutely amazing. I mean, a mini ramen is just 500 yen and a standard ramen is only 800 yen. That's a total steal. And if you're super hungry, notice that A set at the bottom there? It's a bowl of ramen plus 3 gyoza for just 950 yen. Getting a fully satisfying, delicious meal for under 1,000 yen, that is local dining at its absolute finest. Now, this is where Kyushu ramen culture gets really fun. Did you know you can actually customize exactly how hard your noodles are? Yeah, Isshintei offers this super impressive 9-level noodle hardness scale. It starts from the incredibly soft bari yawa and goes all the way up to kona otoshi. And get this, kona otoshi literally translates to powder drop, meaning they barely boil the noodles at all. Finding your own perfect texture is just a massive part of the whole experience. So, what did Takeshi actually choose from that huge list? Well, his personal go-to is barikata, which means very hard. This is actually a wildly popular choice among the locals too because that ultimate firm texture gives the noodles this fantastic bite. It holds up beautifully in the hot, rich soup without getting all mushy. And wow, we absolutely have to talk about that soup. For our English-speaking foodies out there, let's quickly define what tonkotsu actually is. This is a super rich, creamy, and deeply savory broth made by boiling pork bones for hours and hours until all that wonderful flavor and collagen literally melts right into the soup. Honestly, just thinking about it is making my mouth water. Okay, let's take a look at the actual orders. For 800 yen, Takeshi's classic standard ramen arrives beautifully topped with fresh green onions and tender char siu pork. And right next to it is his wife's order, the spicy ramen for 850 yen. If you look closely, you can notice that bright, punchy dollop of red spice sitting right on the spoon, just waiting to be mixed into that rich, creamy broth. Now for the best part, the tasting. Takeshi couldn't wait to slurp these down. And guys, the noodles are exactly what you want in a tonkotsu ramen. They're thin, perfectly chewy, and because he ordered them body kata, they have this really satisfying, firm bite to them. The way these thin noodles completely coat themselves in that savory broth, it is literal ramen perfection. And obviously, we cannot forget about the toppings. The char siu pork at Isshintei is perfectly seasoned and, I'm not kidding, literally melt in your mouth tender. Takeshi actually noted that this beautiful fall-apart texture was an exact match for his personal preferences. It's just the perfect savory complement to the noodles and soup. But wait, the meal isn't over yet. If you finish your noodles, but you still have some of that amazing soup left in your bowl, you absolutely have to use the ultimate ramen hack, kaidama. This is basically just requesting a refill of noodles to drop straight into your leftover broth. Takeshi eagerly ordered this for just 150 extra yen. Because, let's be real, when the noodles are this good and the soup is this comforting, you simply can't stop at just one bowl. So what is the final verdict here? Well, Takeshi is incredibly honest in his review. He found it delicious, comforting, and seriously high quality. It's a beautifully simple and refined bowl of ramen. Now, he did mention that for his own specific taste, it slightly lacked the heavy, super rich punch he usually craves. But he really emphasizes that the execution is flawless, which is exactly why it's a universally loved local favorite. And that brings us to the end of our delicious Nagasaki adventure. But before we go, I have to ask you, when you finally visit Nagasaki, what noodle hardness are you going to choose for your authentic tonkotsu bowl? Are you going to be brave and try the wire-hard noodles, or play it safe and keep it normal? I really hope this explainer left you craving a giant bowl of ramen and super excited to explore more local Japanese cuisine. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.